Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rechak Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And today we're going to go into the book of Judith, the second chapter. And in the 18th year, the 20th day of the first month, there was talk in the house of Nebuchadnezzar, king of the Assyrians, that he should, as he said, avenge himself on all the earth. So after he had defeated Arphaxad, basically they started talking about how, didn't you say you were gonna get revenge on all those nations that refused to come join you in the battle? So he called unto him all his officers and all his nobles, and communicated with them his secret counsel, and concluded the afflicting of the whole earth out of his own mouth. So he basically set the order and the decree, like, all right, we're gonna do this. All right, this is what it's gonna be. Then they decreed to destroy all flesh that did not obey the commandment of his mouth. And when he had ended his counsel, Nebuchadnezzar, king of the Assyrians, called Holofernes, the chief captain of his army, which was next unto him, and said unto him, next unto him, meaning he was like second in command, and said unto him, Thus saith the great king, the Lord of the whole earth, Behold, thou shalt go forth from my presence, and take with thee men that trust in their own strength, of footmen 120,000. So basically men that are like, they about that life, right? Warriors. And the number of horses with their riders, so horsemen, 12,000. And thou shalt go against all the west country, because they disobeyed my commandment. And thou shalt declare unto that they prepare for me earth and water. For I will go forth in my wrath against them, and I will cover the whole face of the earth with the feet of mine army. Meaning he's going to send his armies into all the areas where they are. Okay, and then destroy them and conquer them. As he already had dominion over them, but he was gonna avenge himself on them. And I will give them for a spoil unto them, unto his army, so that their slain shall fill their valleys and brooks, and the river shall be filled with their dead till it overflow. And I will lead them captives to the utmost parts of the earth. Thou therefore shalt go forth. Thou therefore shalt go forth and take beforehand for me all their coasts. And if they will yield themselves unto thee, thou shalt reserve them for me till the day of their punishment. So if they don't resist and they surrender, then then you preserve them till I put upon them a suitable punishment that doesn't involve killing them. But concerning them that rebel, let not thine eye spare them, but put them to the slaughter and spoil them wheresoever thou goest. So kill them. For as I live, by the power of my kingdom, whatsoever I have spoken, that will I do by my hand. And take thou heed that thou transgress none of the commandments of thy Lord, but accomplish them fully, as I have commanded thee, and defer not to do them. So make sure you do exactly what I'm telling you. Then Holofernes went forth from the presence of his Lord, and called all the governors and captains, and the officers of the army of Ashur, which is the Assyrians. And he mustered the chosen men for the battle, as his Lord had commanded him, unto 120,000 and 12,000 archers on horseback. And he ranged them as a great army is ordered for the war. So he basically set them up in formation. And he took camels and asses for their carriages, a very great number, and sheep and oxen and goats without number for their provision, and plenty of victual for every man of the army, and very much gold and silver out of the king's house. Then he went forth in all his power to go before King Nebuchadnezzar in the voyage, and to basically that campaign to accomplish the mission that he was sent to do, and to cover all the face of the earth westward with their chariots and horsemen and their chosen footmen. A great number also, sundry countries, diverse countries, came with them like locusts and like the sand of the earth. for the multitude was without number. So they had a vast, vast army. And they went forth of Nineveh 3 days' journey toward the plain of Bechteleth, and pitched from Bechteleth near the mountain which is at the left hand of the upper Cilicia. Then he took all his army, his footmen and horsemen and chariots, and went from thence into the hill country, and destroyed Pud and Lud, and and spoiled all the children of Races and the children of Israel, which were toward the wilderness at the south of the land of the Chilians. Then he went over Euphrates and went through Mesopotamia, and destroyed all the high cities that were upon the river Arbonai, till ye come to the sea. So he was just going around, for basically fulfilling the orders Nebuchadnezzar gave him. And he took the borders of Cilicia and killed all that resisted him, and came to the borders of Japheth, which were toward the south over against Arabia. He compassed also the children of Madian, which are the Midianites, and burned up their tabernacles and spoiled their sheepcotes, which are the places where they kept their sheep. And he went down into the plain of Damascus in the time of wheat harvest, and burnt up all their fields, and destroyed their flocks and herds. Also he spoiled their cities and utterly wasted their countries, and smote all their young men with the edge of the sword. Therefore the fear and dread of him fell upon all the inhabitants of the sea coasts, which were in Sidon and Tyrus, and them that dwelt in Shor and Osina, and all that dwelt in Gemnaan, and they that dwelt in Azotus, which is Ajalon, and what's the name of this place? Slakia. Azotus being Ashdod, and Ascalon being Ascalon. Yeah, Ashdod and Ascalon. Feared him greatly, and those are actual cities in the land of Palestine. And that brings us to the end of the book of Judith, the 2nd chapter. Lord willing, that was edifying to the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rcha Kodash. And until next time, Shalom.